The state of New Jersey is famous for a lot of things. Arguably, its most famous asset is its 130 miles of coastline. With beautiful beaches strewn up and down its shoreline, it's no wonder coastal hotspots like Cape May, Wildwood, and Ocean City have drawn tons of tourists throughout the years. On the other hand, there's one New Jersey beach town that's seen a great deal of highs and lows over the years. Asbury Park has seen its share of glory days. There have also been the not-so-glorious days. Yet nowadays, Asbury Park appears to be booming towards the glory days yet again. But there was one night in the early 1900s that threatened to burn the whole city right off the map. Today, we're going to take a look at that fateful night in 1917 on this episode of Destination Anywhere. While Asbury Park is firmly established as one of New Jersey's most storied beach destinations now, it was in the late 1800s that it would take its tourist foothold thanks to its designer James A. Bradley. The first to lay out the boardwalk, Bradley was present during the addition of another Asbury Park staple, Palace Amusements, in 1888. Tourists continued to flock to Asbury Park through the turn of the century as several luxurious hotels and accommodations popped up. As the vacation spot continued to flourish, it would be a stormy night in April of 1917 that would obliterate nearly $1 million in property and decimate 4 city blocks of the thriving beach town. Around 9:30 p.m. on a Thursday night, a faulty wire would spark the blaze in the extravagant indoor swimming pool complex known as the Natatorium. Located in this area, the blaze would quickly spread across Ocean Avenue and begin to engulf all buildings in its path between 1st and 2nd Avenue. Thanks to gale force winds coming off the ocean, the blaze would race west as firefighters from neighboring towns such as Long Branch, Ocean Grove, and Deal would provide assistance. Panic would set in among the vacationers as the power company, in a safety effort due to downed wires, turned off the electric, throwing the town into darkness. As the flames raged on, the fire company made an effort to blow up the Ardsley Hotel, hoping to stop the advancement of the inferno. The effort was to no avail and the flames continued westward. Finally, 4 blocks from its inception, the firefighters halted the flames at Grand Street as the Methodist Church became the inferno's last victim. By the time the sun came up the next day, some 48 buildings lay in ruin. The Asbury Park Press published a map of the damaged blocks, and many locals were wondering what to do next. In typical New Jersey fashion, the business owners and townspeople rallied and planned an immediate rebuild. Within a couple years, the damaged blocks were rebuilt, and soon came the Paramount Theater and Convention Hall. The 1920s also saw the opening of the casino and carousel. While the area was able to rebound nicely, the significance of the fire can't be downplayed. One only needs to look at the front page of the Asbury Park Press the day after the fire. While you may not be surprised that it was the lead story, you might be when you consider it was also the first issue after the US officially entered World War I. By the middle of the 20th century, Asbury Park began a steady decline in tourism and would never again see the glory days of its golden age. Thanks to rising crime, including riots in 1970, Asbury Park would vacate its spot as one of New Jersey's top vacation destinations by the turn of the century. These days, Asbury Park is in the middle of another rebirth. Thanks to an influx of young working professionals, the area has seen a boom in new business and real estate. At the same time, Asbury Park was recently ranked in the top 50 worst cities to live in America, mainly due to the low average home income coupled with a high cost of living. Regardless of your thoughts on the city, there's no denying the history on these shores. Before the nationwide popularity brought to New Jersey by MTV's Jersey Shore, HBO's Sopranos, or even The Boss, Asbury Park sat on these waters attracting tourists from all over. If there's one thing the fire of 1917 proved, it's that no matter what happens, the people of the city will eventually rebuild, and this beautiful ocean getaway will survive the test of time. Well, that's it for this episode of Destination Anywhere. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to the Mickey Shuffle on YouTube.